Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're doing our February Haphazard review, which this month didn't have as many videos as January because there wasn't as many double uploads, plus it's a short month. But I just want to go ahead and say this is not the full thumbnail. I'm not good with them, as you all may know by looking at this. BANY, my designer, is actually asleep. He's from Estonia, so we gotta wait on that. Hopefully he can get it done quick and we'll get it changed as soon as possible. So if you're seeing a picture that's other than this, he got the job done pretty quick. But anyway, this video, if you don't actually know what these are just my discussion videos on what happened this month on this channel. With that being said, a lot of stuff happened in general, and we got 9,400 views this month. That's insane to me. Not counting, we had 14 new subscribers, not as many as last month, about half actually, but still, it means the world that people are still coming to the channel, they're still watching the content, they're still wanting more, which means I'm doing something right. And that truly, makes me happy. So I appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you before we get into this. So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and jump right on into this February Haphazard review.
Back from the dead.
So the first video this month was my January Haphazard review, just like this one is one of the first videos this month, and that really was one of my favorite months of doing YouTube. Not only did I slowly start to rebuild the channel and put in a new format, it was the first time I actually felt super accomplished with it. So I really do love this video. If you haven't seen it, it highlights all my things from January, but for the second day, we had Natsu fighting Zeref with Fairy Tail episode 294 review. This was an insane episode, not only because of their fight, there was a lot of emotion and a lot of dialogue on stuff where I kind of already knew because I was spoiled with the manga, but it was so cool to see it animated and turned into something brilliant. Next up, we got Inoki's dead confirmed. This was a really sad episode. It didn't really have a lot of meaning though, because even though they were stripped of their rank as Guinean, by the way, if y'all can tell by these early thumbnails this month, I went hard on the sharpen tool. But anyway, they were stripped of their rank as Guinean, but then given it right back at the end of the episode. But the real highlight of this one was Inoki's funeral. Moving on though to the Slime review, this was episode 18 of Slime, titled The Calamity Class Carbidus. Or Carbidus. I still can't say that name. I'm glad that thing's dead now. But this was a fun episode. It was a cool little fight they had before, Milliam stepped in and kind of ruined day. But, yeah, I mean, whatever. What can you do about that? Next up, we had the return of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Look, it's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's a train. This is my favorite thumbnail I've ever made. BANY makes way better thumbnails than all these, as you could tell by the January review, but this is my favorite one I've ever made because trains are my favorite deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And this was really fun to do. Moving on, we have the most popular video this month, Race for Loot, Lolly Girl Appears, Shield Hero Episode 5 review. This is when Philo was first hatched, and I fell in love with her character because she's got this, fighting thing with Raphtalia for Naofumi, and I don't know why this video blew up, but it did. Probably because the girl. Moving on, though, here, we have, we have The Truth About Ray, Promised Neverland Episode 5. This one was where the Promised Neverland really, really picked up. Had a lot of fun making this video because I was really shocked on how it played out. But then we had a double upload that day to where I said I still hate this deck. If y'all don't know who Dakota is, or Waterboy, he's an old person who used to appear on the channel all the time. A good friend of mine, I actually worked with him, and I didn't work with him just on videos. We actually worked at a job together. and we played Yu-Gi-Oh together all the time, and this was the deck he played, so it was kind of funny to get my ass kicked by it. Moving past that, though, we have To the Digital World, Eden Zero, Chapter 30, not episode. It was a fun one. This one was where they kind of got quirky with it. It was a little bit boring at first, but it picked up near the end. And I'm really in love with the Eden Zero series right now. It has its slow points, but it's always got something in it. Hero just needs to lay off the fan service. Speaking of fan service, Hero's back at it again, because now we have Betrayal, Brandish Dead, episode 295 Fairy Tale review, where, oh god, Marin betrayed Brandish and choked her out before Lucy and Kana saved her. Really freaking insane episode, and I had no clue on that one about the spoilers. Next, though, we got a video here with the Boruto review that I titled Best Episode Yet, in parentheses, Himawarito. Now, a lot of people were in the comments saying, oh, it was just a good episode because it was centered around Naruto. But I don't think so. I actually really loved this episode because it was Himiwari. Her character is so bright. Moving past that, we had Demon Lord Carrion, Slime Episode 19 review. This one was really fun. We got to learn a lot of information about the world. It didn't really have a lot of big things in it, but we got to learn a lot more about characters that we had talked about previously, but never really got into as much. I love the slime, but, you know, it's whatever with that. Milliam is a really fun character, and a lot of people fell in love with her. I like her personality the most because she's just so flamboyant and out there, and she acts like a child even though she's one of the strongest characters in the series. But let's move past that. For the 12th day of the month, we had more horror stories from my Yu-Gi-Oh! Past. If y'all been here since the Yu-Gi-Oh! Days, Frightfurs were Dylan or Deskbot Dylan's deck, and I faced them in this one, and it was really fun. It brought back a lot of memories, and I'm thinking about really going hard back into Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's not my content anymore, so I'll probably leave that off of YouTube. I'll still upload periodically on it. But moving past that, we go to Our Savior, Shield Hero Episode 6. Really fun episode, and it really showed how much Naofumi is growing in the community, or I would say the world of where they're in, because he's starting to get revered as a savior, even though he's just doing it for the money, even though, you know, he knows he wants to help. Moving past that, we got Sister Knows Everything, Dawn's Mental Breakdown, The Promised Neverland, Episode 6. Yeah, this series is one of my favorite I'm reviewing right now. This was the start of the big thing that happened, like, this week, but it gets good. And moving past that, we have Avatars, Chapter 31 of Eden Zero. Kind of a slow chapter, but we got to see a bunch of, like, Shiki's avatars he was going through, and we got to see what all the characters decided to be in their little game they're in, the Digitalist world. So, yeah, fun review. And then we have Brandish and Lucy's backstory, which I was really curious about that, because I had no clue their connection or her connection to Layla. And we got to see Aquarius. Aquarius is probably my favorite celestial spirit. I think she's everyone's. Maybe Gemini. Gemini was cool too, and that's my zodiac, but whatever. This was episode 296. Fun review. Sorry, I burped. Excuse me. We go to Boruto for the eating contest and the follow-up from the episode before. This is episode 94, and it was a slow one, but, you know, they're trying to push Cho as a main character for some reason. But, I don't know. I'll buy into it for now, but if it has another arc like it was last time with her, I'm done with her. Moving past that, we have a video that did really bad, surprisingly. Sensei Rimuru, Slime Episode 20. These are the kids that Rimuru is going to be teaching. He's going to be, you know, trying to save their life before they explode due to the power in their body. So, really cool review. Other than that, you know, I just really love the slime. I mean, you know, the reincarnated boy is really good. Yeah, let's move on to the next video that's probably my favorite video of the entire month. This is the Black Clover series discussion, and like I said, this is probably my favorite video of the month because Black Clover was a series I originally started watching when it first came out, and then I kind of put it to the background for YouTube and all this other stuff that I'm currently working on. But yeah, I mean, just a really fun series, and I love it that I'm finally caught up with it, and now I'm reviewing it. Moving on to one of the other videos that did really well this month, the Battle for Naofumi's Heart, Shield Hero Episode 7 review, and it probably was not just the thumbnail, even though the thumbnail probably did attract some people. This episode was really fun, and it's not as good as the next episode, but it was really good setup for the next episode. But moving past that, we have episode 7 of The Promised Netherland, Sister Crone being shipped out. This one left us on a cliffhanger that had me even speculating things. She was left with a note, and this face, as you can see, she was shocked. So I thought she was getting shipped out, but she was actually being killed, but we didn't know that at the time. Moving past that, nothing really to talk about in this one. Eden Zero just got delayed that day because the Crunchyroll was down and I didn't have time to stay up because I worked an 11.5-hour shift the next day, so there's no way I could have done it. I appreciate the 7 people who watched that video, but yeah, I'm sorry, it was kind of just a thrown together rush. Moving past that, though, we get back to the good stuff with with Loxus dying? Fairy Tale episode 297, where Loxus reveals he has a disease that's slowly eating away at his lungs due to where he fought that one guy who had the curse with the with the particles. Really fun episode until the whole thing with Loxus happened, and then it was like, my boy Loxus gonna die here, and we're still stuck on that cliffhanger. We don't know what's gonna happen. I doubt he's gonna die, but if he does, I don't know how to feel about it. So after that, we have Boruto episode 95 that I titled A Touching Moment. The whole head tap thing that Itachi did, which if y'all don't know, Itachi was my favorite character in Naruto. The whole thing with the touch is really sentimental, and we got it in this episode. Even though it was kind of a throwaway, I hope they bring it back again in the next installments. But yeah, past that we have Rimaru's Pupil's Powers, where we actually got to see Rimaru show the kids what he can actually do in combat when he took down the Sky Dragon, and we got to learn the kids' powers themselves. So it was a really fun episode, and with that being said, Slime just isn't getting the views it used to get, but I still love it, so I'm going to keep reviewing it nonetheless. Moving past that, we got my very first Black Clover review with episode 72. Kind of started in a bad time because this was the end of the little mini-series before the next arc, but I titled this one Hot Spring Hookups because my favorite ship, Yami and Charlotte, was all about this episode. And then we move past that to Murderer Jamalov, Eden Zero, Chapter 32. And now this was a double upload because I uploaded twice that day. And this actual episode was really episode. I keep saying that because I'm not used to reviewing manga. This chapter was really good. But it had a color spread and everything, and a lot of cool stuff happened, but we got to meet a dude from the Erasion Sace finally. For the 27th day of February, we have Curse Mode, Zombie Dragon Eats Philo, Shield Hero Episode 8. Probably one of my favorite episodes of Shield Hero so far, in terms of suspense-wise, because Philo got eaten by a zombie dragon, like I said, and the Curse Shield appeared. So yeah, really fun episode. But for the 28th, the video I uploaded technically today as I'm recording this, but it'll be up a day as this video goes up, titled Sister Crone Dead, Mom Knows Everything. Sister Crone got sent out to the cattle field where she was put out, and Emma got a broken leg because Mom knows all about their escape. But yeah, that was this month, guys. I can't wait till next month. Hopefully we can get the subscriber count up, the views up, everything going on track as it is right now anyway. And yeah, I just appreciate everybody watching, and hopefully you all enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere, I swear.